Hey guys, welcome back to the Snapper and Chronicles. We're here today to show you a bit of a tool haul, even though this has been probably the accumulation of, I'd say, maybe over a month of stuff, random. Mostly, I think a lot of it is retail, but some of it is some garage estate sales that are still going on, even though it's pretty dried up as far as estate sales and garage sales. But you do see one every so often, so this is what I've found so far. And let's just jump into it. Okay, over here is a set I bought retail for a few dollars, and this is I'm not gonna take it all out. This looks like one of those sets that came that was kind of cheap, and it had all the sockets and the spark plug socket and some extensions and a spinner, and it came with a ratchet, and these were probably from, I don't know, the 80s or something, made in Taiwan, sold under a lot of different retailers, Kmart and so forth. But what I did like was this ratchet. It doesn't have any markings on it. Don't say no name. But I thought that the machining on this was pretty nice. The attention to detail over here at the end, very clean lines with the knurling. The knurling is super nice on this. Has a nice shoulder there. And the insides didn't look too bad either. I wanted to say this was a right, but I know better. This is probably not a right. It came with this set, so it's probably made in Taiwan. But not bad quality, actually. And I might open this up on a future video. And retail, I found some machinist tools. Here's a old, kind of pretty ancient micrometer, a Starrett. You see there the LS Starrett Co. Othol, Massachusetts, Athol, USA. Still working. It's a little bit pitted and stuff. And I found, I think I paid $5 for the micrometer, and I got all these like little machinist measuring tools here, and I think I paid $1 a piece for these, and they're Starrett's, and I think these were made to measure the inside of a hole or circle, and you would put it in the hole and then clamp down on it, and it would keep the size you wanted, and then you release it and it would pop out. And I got a few of these. I got 1, 2, 3. Here's a big one. You clamp down on it down here, and then you release it. I don't know if I should be releasing it like that, but if it damages it. And here's another one where you measure a hole or something, and it kind of the pin here goes in and spreads the ball out to the size you want to measure, and that gives you the measurement. You'll be able to see that. No, it's too light, too small. But they're Starrett's, and this looks like this also came with that. Has no name. Looks like some kind of a tool to open something up, like a Schrader style tool. And this, I think, is a measure. It says 2 on it. I think it's 2 inches. So you can, this is from the Brown and Sharp manufacturing company. And I think you can test out your micrometers, your 2-inch micrometers, by putting it there to see if you have accuracy. Okay, and at a garage sale I found this kind of interesting bicycle wrench. This is the Wakefield wrench, Worcester, Massachusetts, USA, and this is a number 8, patent department, something something. And this is pretty old, probably from the early 20th century. But it's interesting the way they made this, because it's not solid pieces. This looks like it was a piece of steel that was folded over to make the handle. We got that, and along with that came this monkey wrench. I think I paid $1 for this. And believe it or not, this is a 14-inch monkey wrench, and I paid $1 for this also. And I think this was what was the name of that company? They call it a Stilson wrench, but for some reason this one is not marked with the name Jameson's. I'm trying to remember. But these were pretty famous, and you find them everywhere. They're kind of an early set of the pipe monkey wrench. And even though it doesn't have the name, you can tell it was that company, that famous company. And I think they had some kind of the same place where Crescent was from. Is it Jamestown, New York or something? I don't know, my memory is not too good, but you can tell this is from there. It's got the 14, it's got all the bells and whistles, it's got the typewriter style lettering, but for some reason they didn't mark the name on this. And I think Stilson was just a generic name for this type of wrench. And here is a scraper. I picked this up retail. I think I paid $1 for this. And this one says, it's the Big Hand Cutter. Big Hand Cutter number 2. And hook scraper, manufactured by Hook Scraper Company, Queens Village, New York, USA. So here's a look at a scraper, and here it says Big Hand Scraper number 2. There's some and it shows a guy with a big hand there, if you can see that. And I think that same day I found a bag of stuff here, and this is pretty much that stuff. Some kind of weird stuff. Here's an old pencil with an old company marked on it. They're not around anymore. This is probably old, from the 50s or 60s. Carpenter's pencil. And they had this weird tool that's kind of a wrench that has many different heads on it. Let me focus there. It's like you push it down and it adjusts the size of the bolt you want to take out or put in. Made in Taiwan, I believe. No, in Japan. Made in Japan. And it has this ring here that just serves the purpose, I guess, to hold while you screw whatever in. There's a hollow cap for something, not sure what, but I don't know if you guys seen these before. Whatever you push in, it forms around it, because these leaves push in and form whatever. Let me see if I can show a little bit better. You see how it's like 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Like 4 or 5 sizes there. Kind kind of a gimmick tool, I guess. Here's an old cutter. This one is made by Red Devil Jackknife, number 13, Union, New Jersey. And kind of a scraper that folds. There. Looks pretty old too. And here's an old socket chisel. It has a barely, you can see the name there. Maybe I'll look that up later, but I can barely make it out. You can't really see it too good. You can see some letters there. Keen cutter, I think. Yeah, keen cutter. Old, missing the handle. There's an old compass with an old pencil on it. JAS, A. Gaffney Company, New York. And it looks like the pin fell out and somebody put a nail in there. Interesting. Some screwdrivers. This one is Great Neck. It says Great Neck. You can. I don't think you'll be able to make it out. A Great Neck screwdriver. Interesting thing about this one is, I think this one was used more as a chisel, and that it has a metal cap on it. And I just think you can see how it's hammered and they messed up the wood around the cap. And the tip itself is just formed into a rough chisel. And here's one of these long screwdrivers that hold, the tip holds the screws. This one is Bridgeport, USA. Something else, something grip underneath. Not sure. It's a square shank. It's pretty long. Long and thin. It's a flathead, flat tip. And over here, I think I bought this retail. This over here, I think $1 for this, or maybe $2 for this set of tools, whatnot here. This is a set of just mostly Craftsman, but I think there's a snap-on in there somewhere. Just some Craftsman sockets. Mostly, here's an SK. Here's an SK 1/2 inch. And these are Craftsman 1/2 inch. Here's a, just says USA on it, 5/8 spark socket, but it has those crumbling styrofoam in it that I wouldn't suggest people use now, because most of the styrofoam is dried out. You put that on your plug, it's gonna crumble the styrofoam, it might go into your engine. So I would avoid those if the styrofoam is not too good. Here's a Japan, and mostly here's a metric 15 Craftsman, and here is another Craftsman. Has some little screwdrivers here, and these are handy if you want to take apart, especially the smaller ones, if you want to take apart ratchets to get the rings, those coil rings out. You can pick them out with something like that. And a no name, no size hex wrench, and a little screwdriver, looks like for eyeglasses. cheap. This doesn't have a name on it or marking, but looks like somebody used it to hammer. See the edge there is peened over. And a set of little wrenches, look like carburetor wrenches or whatever. Not carburetor wrenches, you know what I'm talking about. A set of Craftsman. Doesn't say made in USA, so I'm not sure, but if I had to guess, looking at how old they are, they're probably made in USA. Oh, distributor wrenches? Maybe that's what I was thinking about. And here's a no-name Taiwan and another precision screwdriver, another Craftsman. And I think I wouldn't have bought this if it didn't have this one snap-on. This one tiny 1/4-inch snap-on wrench. What does it say? OEX80 USA. Yeah, I bought all that because most of this stuff I probably have already. I bought all that just to buy this, and I think I paid, I don't know, $3 or $4 for that. Oh, here's a just a spark plug on it. Doesn't have any name. And then I went to I think this was part of that too. It's just a wrench. It says Binks Manufacturing Company 5-32. It's part of all that little set there. And these over here were from an estate sale. And this too. Here's a Challenger socket set. This is a 1/4-inch. What's nice about this is that all the pieces are here. Usually when you see these sets or any socket set at a garage sale or estate sale, you see mix match sockets in there, and it'd probably be missing one of the extensions or something, but this is the complete set, all matching Challenger. Has a little don't think these they look brand new. I don't think this was used. Here's a little Challenger ratchet, 3/4-inch, and a breaker bar. Breaker looks brand new. This set probably from the 60s or 70s. Not sure. I think I'm gonna do a video on this set later on. And this set over here. And I think I bought some retail stuff also. This is more retail. Okay, that's the estate. This was retail. I found in a bag for like $2. It had other stuff in it. I don't know what happened to it. It's somewhere around here. But this Craftsman breaker bar, old little 1/4-inch. And a Jet. Never heard of them. Taiwan Jet. I picked these up because I like the names. If there's a name on a wrench I never heard of, and it's like, I don't know, a few cents, $1, I'll pick it up just for having a different name. Okay, now this is from the estate sale. Pretty good stuff here. Here's a Diamalloy Diamond SS57, and they had this Husky CB45, and I have a few of these actually, but if I see a ratchet, I'll pick it up if it's a few bucks, and they were pretty nice ratchets. And here's an old vice grip, Peterson. Looks to be in nice condition. The tip, you see the tip and the knurling there is all there, not flat, which is good. Shows it hasn't been abused or used that much. And I bought these two, not knowing that they're the same ones, but they look different. Two Diamalloy diamond. This one is HL110P, and this one is also HL110P. But to look at them, they kind of don't look alike. This one has a thinner head over here. This one has a thicker head there. This one, when they close on the top groove, this one has a more these two handles meet closer. This one sticks out more. And what else? That's about it as far as appearances. Yeah, this one looks like it's got a bigger opening here, and this one is smaller opening. So kind of the same model, but different body types. See, if I put them next to each other, you can see the kind of the difference there. So I kind of thought they were slightly different, but actually they are the same model. And I picked up a couple of adjustables at the same place. Here's a diamond. I guess the guy was a diamond kind of guy. He had a bunch of diamond stuff. This one is interesting in that it has this plastic coating, but see-through, thin plastic coating, which I haven't seen before really. And it's green, diamond. Here's the model. It says S6 wide, and it says open 1 and 15/16. Not too, kind of not the greatest one. I'm surprised because diamond and Diamalloy was usually a pretty nice set of tools, but there are just certain things about this that just is not great. First of all, I'm not going to spend too much time on this because these probably deserve a video on their own, but I'm going to point this out. You see how on this side there's all this metal here, and then it's kind of thin on that side. This wasn't broached correctly, or was broached off sides or something. And it doesn't have a screw, so I can't take these apart either. But that kind of just jumped out at me, how they were that uneven right there. And finally, I found this super adjustable J.H. Williams & Co. AP-8 adjustable. And I know it looks kind of beat up and stuff, but unbeknownst to me, I don't have a Williams, and I bought this one not knowing that I didn't have one, and I'm glad I bought it because you know me and Williams, I really dig Williams stuff, and I was surprised I didn't have one, and I didn't, and I'm glad I bought this. And all these, the pliers, the ratchets, the adjustables, and all the rest of that, and the set was $20, and 2 rolls of toolbox liners. And you know what's a funny story? I'm so cheap. I'm so cheap that all of this plus the toolbox liners, and the guy wanted $20 for us. I almost walked away from it, and I really would have kicked myself in the head if I would have done that, because looking back, I'm like, $20, that's pretty much a bargain, because a lot of these tools look like they haven't been used, and to find a full set a pristine set of Challenger. Yeah, not the greatest brand, but still a pristine set. American is kind of hard to find, especially just at estate sales and garage sales. So I'm kind of glad I fought my cheapness and I put down the 20 and got those tools. Alright guys, that's all I have for now. Until next time.